On this week's episode of Under the Covers with the Beatles, I will be choosing the 14 tracks. That's 5. I'll be choosing the 14 tracks that have made it to my Please Please Me covers album. Will you agree with my choices? Probably not, but let's find out. Hello and welcome to Under the Covers with the Beatles, a show where I'm going through every single album, every single song of the Beatles to see if I can find a great cover, and is that cover better than the Beatles original? Fool's errand, some say. I don't think so. For those of you keeping up with the Under the Covers cinematic universe, you may have noticed that I did say I was going to be doing From Me to You and a couple of other singles this week. But no, I changed my mind. And guess what? That's my prerogative. I'm going to look back at the last 14 episodes, which covers the entirety of the Please Please Me album. And I'm going to pick my best cover for each track and give my opinion if I think it's better than the Beatles original. Obviously, this is just my opinion of what the 14 best covers are. If I've missed one, put it in the comments. Nothing's set in stone. I could change my mind. It's happened before. I once thought this was a good idea. It's not, is it? For every cover version that I'm mentioning today, there'll be 14, there is a dedicated episode to it in the description. I'll put every single one down there. Please do check them out if you're interested. If you're not, I mean, no one's been interested so far, so why would you start being interested? It's crazy. Why am I doing this? Before I get on with it, please consider subscribing. It helps my ego. Tell a friend. Tell someone that you know loves the Beatles. Tell someone that doesn't like the Beatles, likes to make a point of it, and maybe the cover version will just, soothe them into liking the Beatles. Why am I doing that? Still doing it. So hopefully I'm going to quickly go through all my choices. Brief recap. Crap. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. A brief recap. Yeah, hopefully you'll agree with my choice. You may not, but please, let's discuss it down in the comments. I do try and answer all comments because it's pretty easy at the moment when you've got 3 people watching. So you know who you are. Okay, track 1, I Saw Her Standing There. I have chosen, and there was 2 I was choosing between. There's a version by Skid, which was close, but I just had to go with the Little Richard version. The Beatles were copying Little Richard when they wrote it. Paul's singing like Little Richard when he sang it, and Little Richard just showed him how it's done.
When she was just, when she was just, when she was just, when she was just 17, you know what I mean, and the way she looked, way beyond compare. Oh yes, you know I never danced with a song was standing there. Yeah.
There was also a cover by Rich Chambers, which I thought was really good, but Little Richard took that. Now, is that version better than the Beatles original? My opinion, yes. The second track is Misery, good song by the Beatles. I have chosen to go with, I can never get his name right, Peter Lipa. L-I-P-A. He's got a blues rendition of it. He's got a whole album of blues covers of the Beatles, and I really likes this version, so it's in there. Sue me. also liked the Flaming Groovies version of that, also in that episode. But I've gone with Peter Lipper. Is it better than the Beatles original? No. Track 3 was Anna Go to Him. I have chosen the Tams. The reason why I chose the Tams is because of the call and response. You'll see what it is. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't really fall on that until I was just going through them again, just to pick one, really. I think it's better than the original by Arthur Alexander, but they're close. They're both good for different reasons. I just enjoyed the Tams version a little bit more.
Set you free, go with him. Anna, girl, before you go now, I want you to know now that I still love you so, but if he loves you more, go with him.
I guess it's not call and response, but you know what I mean. I like the backing singing on that one. It's really good. Do I think it's better than the Beatles cover version? It's a draw. They both have really goodness. For track 4, Chains, I have chosen the Stanky Brown group. Just makes me laugh. Again, it wasn't a Beatles original. But I really do like this version, so let's listen to that.
Chains, my baby's got me locked up in chains, and they're not the kind that you can see. Whoa, these chains of love got a hold on me. Chains, my baby's got me locked up in chains, and they're not the kind that you can see. Whoa, these chains of love got a hold on me, yeah.
As I say in the Chains episode, it was originally recorded by the Everly Brothers, but they didn't release it. And I think it was originally released by the Cookies. My memory fails me. So the Beatles would have heard that version. Is the Stanky Brown group version better than the Beatles version? Yeah. You're going to have to sue me or fight me in the comments. Please, fight. Let's do this! Track 5 was another cover by the Beatles. Boys, Ringo sang this. I have gone with the original by the Shirelles. I think that is the best version of... Well, just listen.
I'm talking about boys. Yeah, yeah, boys. Don't you know I mean boys? Yeah, yeah, boys. Well, I'm talking about boys. Yeah, yeah, boys. Don't you know I mean boys? Yeah, yeah, boys. Well, I'm talking about boys. Yeah, yeah, boys. What a bundle of joy. Yeah, yeah, boys.
Do I think the Beatles did a better cover of that than the original? Yes, I do. Ringo absolutely sold this one. I think the Beatles is the better version. You're welcome. So if you've been watching this series, you'll know that there's some really weak episodes. Nothing to do with me, but just the quality of covers that are available. Ask me why I had next to no good covers. There were plenty that all sounded like the Beatles. There's loads of Beatle cover bands that are releasing them, but I didn't want them to sound like the Beatles so much. But This was a tough week. I remember it. I remember crying. I remember weeping as I was editing. So from the shallow pool that is Ask Me Why, I chose the version by Graphite. Enjoy.
I love you, 'cause you tell me things I want to know. And it's true that it really only goes to show that I know that I should never, never, never be blue. Now you're mine, my happiness still makes me cry. And in time, you'll understand the reason why. If I cry, it's not because I'm sad, but you're the only love that I've ever had.
Is that a better version of Ask Me Why than the Beatles original? No, not a lot were. On to track 8, Please Please Me, the title track. This was a tough one because I liked two versions, one by a band called the Punkles and another by a band called The Limit. I went with The Limit, and when I say I went with The Limit, I asked my missus which one's the better one, and she told me The Limit. So what she says goes. If you knew her, you'd know that.
Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please me, oh yeah, like I please you. You don't need me to show the way, love. Why do I always have to say love? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please, please me, oh yeah, like I please you.
Just realised that was actually track 7, not track 8. Was that better than the Beatles version? No, it wasn't. But it's still really, really good. Hence why making the album. Well done. Okay, we're at the halfway point. We've done 7. We've got 7 more to go. Let's whiz through these. Just a quick reminder though, please do like and subscribe. It helps my ego more than anything. Why do I do this? I do this for me at the moment, and I want to do it for you. Okay, let's get on with it. Track 8 is Love Me Do. What have I chosen? I, of course, chose this.
Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please, love me do. Oh, love me do. Love me do.
That was the Blues Beatles there. Do I think this version was better than the Beatles original? Yes, I do. Please, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Track 9, that particular episode, was also a weak one. P.S. I Love You. There wasn't a lot good out there. So much so, I believe I recommended Barbara Dixon. So you know things got pretty bad. I actually had a Barbara Dixon fan in the comments on that episode comment that I was being a bit nasty. She's a genius, or whatever she said. So if you want to see that interaction, please go and look at the comments on there. I've chosen to go with Keely Smith, She did a whole album of covers. I've chosen to go with her version. Here it is.
As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. P.S. I love you. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do love. P.S. I love you.
Do I think that version is better than the Beatles? No, I don't. Don't worry, we're safe with that one. Track 10 is Baby It's You, originally by the Shirelles. I found out that there is a more famous cover by a band called Smith. There were some really good cover versions of this, and the ones that I really liked all sounded like the one that I chose, Smith.
It's not the way you smile that touch my heart. It's not the way you kiss that tears me apart. Many, many, many nights go by. I sit alone at home and cry over you. What can I do? Don't want nobody, 'cause baby, it's you. Baby,
Do I think that version is better than the Beatles cover version of it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. On to track 11. Do you want to know a secret? I think I said in the episode that I wasn't a big fan of the structure of the song anyway. There was a TV series called Pan Am, and I have chosen the cover version from that. This is Jean-Verve.
listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh, listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh.
I didn't mean song structure that I didn't like. I just, the bit where it goes, I've known a secret for a week or two, it's just jarring to me. But it's less jarring on the cover version. So I actually prefer that over the original. That's not going to be a popular choice. Track 12, A Taste of Honey. This one caused me weeks of having that song in my head. Weeks. I'm not even lying. I woke up and I was like, a taste of honey. Oh, I came very close to choosing the Bonnie Dobson version of this song because I just love her voice, but it has to be Supremes and the Four Tops. It has to be.
Wind may blow over icy sea. I'll take with me, yeah, the warmth of thee, a taste of honey, 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 honey. Taste much sweeter, sweeter than wine. It's not baby, 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 baby. I'll return. Oh, I'll return. I'll come back for that honey and you, now, baby. Hey, woo, woo, woo.
Do I think this version is better than the Beatles? Keep in mind the Beatles also covered it. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, I do. I do like a bit of funky guitar, so that's why I chose it. Track 13, There's a Place, and for some reason my most watched episode of this series, don't know why, must have just been some YouTube algorithm, because it's not a particularly great song. I have chosen the Smithereens. Really good version. There's nothing more to say about it really. It's just a really good version. Does sound a bit Beatley, but you know, there wasn't many choices, so that's what you're stuck with. Let's go backwards. Oh dear.
There's a place where I can go when I feel low, when I feel blue, and it's my mind, and there's a time when I'm alone. I think of you, the things you do go round my head, the things you said, like I love only you. In my mind there's no sorrow.
Really good version. Do I think it was better than the Beatles original? No, I do not. Well done, Beatles. Another point for you guys. Like you need the help. And finally, track 14, Twist and Shout. We only did this last week, but here I am talking about it again. This is actually a tough one because the cover versions, some of the cover versions that I found were completely different. Even the Cliff Richard one. But Salt and Pepper, Chakademus and the Pliers, they were all completely different. But I've just had to go with the original by the Isley Brothers. The original and the best. Actually, it's not the original. Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah, I found out it wasn't the original. It's Top Notes. Who knew? Who knew? So I'm going with the Isley Brothers as the best cover version of that track. Here it is.
Shake it up, baby.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on and work it on out.
Come on and work it on out.
Well, work it on out, honey.
Work it on out.
Yeah, you look so good.
Oh, you look so fine.
Child, you know you got me going.
Got me going.
Just like I knew you would.
Mama, I knew you would.
Shake it up, baby.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on and work it on out.
Come on and work it on out.
Well, listen, little girl.
Do I think that cover version is better than the Beatles cover version of their cover version? Yeah, I'm a sucker for horns. Like I said in the episode, if they just put the two together, if the Beatles had just put horns on their one, it would have been awesome. which they did technically. That technically happened in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which was also in the episode. Just go watch it. So only 50 people have watched it. Less than that, I think. Oh, I'm going backwards. Oh no. Keep in mind, in that episode, I went on for far too long about a band that I discovered called The Orchestra and was touting their version as the best version. And I just didn't go with it, because I change my mind all the time. So there you have it. Those are my choices for the Please Please Me cover versions album. Did you agree with my choices? Let me know. Did you disagree? Let me know more. Let's have a little discussion about it down in the comments. Next week, I will be starting the With the Beatles album. Reason being, I've decided to do all the singles separately. So look forward to that. So the first track I'll be looking at will be It Won't Be Long. That's a great tune. Hopefully you'll find some good cover versions of it. Maybe you already know of a great cover version of it. Please let me know in the comments. Remember, no live versions. I don't mind like live in the studio versions. Just don't want any live. Oh look, there's an audience. That's the audience. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.